So I've decided to change out my gas fluorescent tubes for LED ones. You can see by the black band at the ends that they have gotten close to their useful life span. And I've already successfully done it over here on this one. And I am going to show you on the second one exactly what I did. And I am not an electrician. I've only had a little bit of electrical wiring experience replacing outlets in my house, that kind of thing. Pulling the breakers first, of course. And for this, it took quite a bit of research on YouTube to do. There are various types of fluorescent tubes, and you have to make sure you have the right ones. What I did first on that one is I got replacement tubes from Lowe's and found out that they work with ballasts. So I put them in and they didn't work. And then what I found out with more research is that there are two kinds of ballasts. This is a ballast. It's about 6 pounds. And there's two kinds of ballast. There's electronic and there's magnetic. And this one is magnetic. And most LED tubes do not work with magnetic ballasts. Okay? So I took them back today and I went over to Home Depot because Lowe's was not carrying ballast-free, that is direct wire, ballast bypass type LED tubes. So I went over to Home Depot and got 4 of these tubes from Toggled Daylight Deluxe. These are 6500 Kelvin lights, which are brighter than I think I want, but I'm 65 years old, so maybe that's an omen. 65,000 for a 65-year-old. Anyway, my eyes don't work as good as they used to. I need more light and more contrast when I'm looking at things, so maybe the light will be good. So I'm going to walk you through what to do to use these lights. Now these lights, there's two kinds of lights that are direct wire and bypass the ballast. So one light has electricity going in one end and coming out the other end in a circuit, okay, like a lot of things. You have electricity going in one way and coming out the other way. For these, the electricity goes in one pin and comes out the other. So there's no electrical connection on what they call the tombstones, the things that hold the ends of the tube. There's no electrical connection on that end at all. So, for instance, here is what they call a tombstone, okay, because it's roughly shaped like a tombstone if I hold it up like that. Okay, this is from the old lamp, the old light fixture, okay. All this wire is not needed. And they supply you with new tombstones that are wired correctly. So I will show you what I did. So opening up the box, the first thing you see are 2 wired tombstones for the new lights, okay, with a black and white wire for your line, that is your power, and your neutral. So I'll take those out. They are already pre-stripped a little bit so that you can just pull off the ends and wire them together. Then you have the 2 bulbs with little connectors. These are 4-foot bulbs, and it comes with instructions, which I did read, and it just basically confirmed everything that I had seen in my YouTube videos. And then it also has some wire nuts at the other end of the box, and it took a bit of shaking to get them to fall down here. There they go. All right. So Brian, can you open those up for me? And we'll go up here and see what else needs to be done. All right, so when you get up, at least on my lamp, on one of the YouTube videos, this was not here. It was actually kind of inside the base part. But for this one, it's rather simple. First, you got to take out the lights. So you just rotate them, and one end will just drop out. Might be the other end. There we go. Here you go, Brian. Okay. And then we'll take out the other one. Now, this metal housing is where the ballast is and all the electrical wiring. And it's only held in by clips, so it's not like you have to have any tools to take this out. You just squeeze it together and unclip it the length of the housing. And it's harder for me to do on this side because I'm right-handed. My right hand is stronger. Okay, let's take it out the other side. 1 second. Okay, I got that cover down. There's some dirt in here from the house. Not really any bugs. That's surprising. Here you go, Brian. Be careful. The edges have very sharp edges, all right? Yep. You can cut yourself on that. So here's the ballast, and it's wired up. And I have the power cut. Here's the house power coming out of the ceiling. You have your power and your neutral line, and then ground. We won't do anything to the ground wire. Okay. So what we'll do is we will cut the wires going to the ballast as close as we can, because we might be able to reuse that wire for something else. Okay, and we can just pull these wires out. 1 second while I adjust my ladder. All right, we'll cut all these others over here. Okay. And then we will unscrew the ballast. It's held in place with 2 standard screws, metal screws. You could also use a socket driver over this to loosen these up, since it's a hexagonal type head on here. Okay, that's loosened. And we'll do the other side. That's loosened. Now I'll give this to my son-in-law, Brian, so I can hold on to the ballast so it doesn't drop on the floor. All right. Let's get this finished. We only have to take out 1 screw because the ends of these are slotted, so it'll just pull away from the other screw once I get this. There we go, just like that. Okay, so that is done. We'll just lay that down there. Now, these tombstones for the old ones, I mean, the wires are nice. I could just use them, but I've got brand new ones that came with a light. So instead of using these with all this wire, I'm just going to take these out and put the new ones in. And they just wiggle out. Let me get the new ones. Or can you hand them to me? The ones with the wires? Yeah. That's 1. That's 2. Where's your key? All right. So these are just going to wiggle back into the same place. One video I saw, the guy used a screw to screw it in place, but I don't think that's necessary here. It's a somewhat firm Be good if I had it oriented right. There we go.
Not an easy job.
All right. We'll take off these stripped ends, exposing the bare wire. Okay. Now all we have to do is take off these. We don't need that wire anymore. Take off this one. We don't need that wire anymore. And now all we have to do is wire these up. So take the two white neutral wires here, bring this neutral wire over, make sure that this has got enough length here, it doesn't pull out. All right. Match up the ends, give them a twist so there's a little bit of a mechanical connection before I put on the screw, the wire nut. There we go. Okay, once you get the wire nut in there and it feels like it's biting into those wires, give each wire a tug. Make sure none of them pull out. That's good. Now I'm going to tighten that up more. Okay, and then do the same with the black wires. That's the power or line. These might be just a wee bit short. We'll see here if I can get that one up out of the way. I'll just put a bend in here. There we go. I think it'll be fine. Get these twisted together a little bit. Put the wire nut on, screw them together. Oh, one of them pulled out. That's why you got to test it. I didn't have it twisted together very well. So we'll bring it back up and we'll be sure this time. All right. Oh, still got one out. Let me straighten that out. All right, one wire pull, one wire pull. Nothing's coming out. Put that tombstone back. Everything is wired. Okay,
Jeez.
hand me those other two tombstones there. Thank you. And I'm going to get down and move the ladder to the other end. All right. So we'll just take these two out because all the wire goes in one end, not both ends. But remember, there are some LED tubes where the wire goes in and out both ends, and you don't want those for this kind of setup. All right. So I am putting in new tombstones, but they are only to support the other end of the bulb. They are not going to be wired. So these just go in up here. There we go. And then we got to put the metal shroud back up.
It's over there.
I got it. All right.
Yep.
Put this ladder back in the middle. Or somewhere close to the middle. All right, so this just goes into these clips. There's one. Oh, one of the tombstones came out over there. And that's a problem because the wire's just a wee bit short, but we'll fix it. Get that clip up in there.
Those things are not easy to put on, are they?
No. Not easy, but not terribly hard either, really. All right, that one did not get in there. Okay, let me just get these in here. All right, that's in there. That's in there.
Yay! Now the bulbs.
All right. Why don't you come around to the others? Well, no, that's fine. We'll just see.
You sure? Okay.
I'm gonna carefully turn around on this ladder.
Don't fall when you do.
Can you see what I'm doing from there?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can see.
All right. So I'm gonna put that tombstone back in place. Push the other one over there. Tuck the wires in. Get that clipped. Okay. Push those wires under. And get that one in. It's not going to fit real well because of the pressure this is putting on these wires over here to close. Let me see. There we go. Got it. All right. So now that that's done, I need the 2 new light bulbs. Oh, I got them.
You got it? Okay.
All right. Now, on these light bulbs, one end is power, like we said, and the other end is not. So you got to make sure that you're putting the right end up there where the lights are, the power is. So if you look right here, you can see a dark line, which is the LED strip. So you know this is the top of the bulb, and this is the bottom where people are down here. Okay? And if you look here, you see a bunch of label stuff written on here. And it's really hard to make out, but it says AC input right there. So this is the AC end. And so we're going to just put this up over here. And then put this end in. And turn it to lock it in. And then we'll do the next one. Guess I should take the directions off.
We don't need that to burn up.
Maybe.
Oh, they taped it, didn't they?
There we go. All right. Take off the little prong protectors here. Okay, that one's off. Find the label. There's the label. So the other end goes up here to the non-wired end. And then we put in this end.
Nice.
We rotate it to lock it in.
Nice.
All right. All right, so they are wired and new bulbs are in place. Brian, do you want to do the honor?
Absolutely.
Wow, that's bright. That is so bright. All right, let's see. Off. On. All right, very cool. Now all we have to do is replace the covers that go over there. So Brian, if you'll get one and bring it over here, I'll take care of that. That will help diffuse the brightness a little bit, maybe.
I can see the difference.
I can see. So these are very tricky to put up there. Basically, you got to have these clips balance on the edges, outside edges of these things. I wish there was a much easier way of doing this. But there just isn't. I got to work with what I got. So I got to make sure it's up over one edge, and then on the other edge, Lord. Okay, it's hanging on this side, so just bring it up all the way and move it over a little bit. There we go.
That's one.
And then
That one's over
the
here.
other one. It's over here. Okay, I'll move the ladder. Thank you.
I got you on the camera.
Drop out any bug stuff that accumulated. We'll have to sweep that up.
Yeah.
All right. So I think I'm going to go for the far side first. That way I can see that the lamp is all enclosed in it. Push it up against the ceiling. Get it to clip. There we go. I think that one's not hanging. There we go. It's good.
Bingo. Brand new lights.
Excellent. These lights says they should be good for 50,000 hours. I'm not sure what 50,000 hours. I'm not sure how many years that means. There is a 6-year warranty on it. Commercial lifetime limited residential warranty. Okay, so the covering over the LEDs was not glass; it was plastic. That's nice.
Has a dim.
Yeah, it's dimmable. So if I wanted to, I could put a dimmer switch in place of the on-off switches. Yeah, I like it.
Cool.
I like it a lot. So if you like this explanation demonstration, or if you have any questions, please hit my subscription, or at least the like the video. The more popular the video is, the more chances other people will find it and learn how to do this themselves. Now, I will not have mercury bulbs polluting the environment anymore. Plus, I'll have a financial savings as well. So it's a win-win. Until later, thanks for watching.